All right, we're live. There we
Oh,
go.
this is a special edition of Mets Way. Crazy live reaction, and it's so late in the night that it happened that Josh is asleep. So you just got me and Jimmy Hot Takes here. Um, Francisco Alvarez, the Mets' number one prospect, got called up at a very strange time, with about 6 games to go, and the Mets about to play the biggest series of the season against the Atlanta Braves for the National League East. And they call up a 20-year-old catcher who's been absolutely raking in the minor leagues. Uh, I'm shocked. James, I'm sure you are too. Like this is uh
This,
this is interesting.
yeah, this is insane. Right when it happened, when I threw it in the chat, I'm sure. Even looking at Twitter, every Mets fan is having the same reaction as us, where we're just confused. Like, is this the right move? We're all wondering, but I think it could be the right move. Only because I feel like yes, we're gonna throw Francisco Alvarez into the fire 100%. This is the big, we were just talking about it on the show before. This is the biggest series, regular season series in arguably Mets history. This kid's 20 years old, and this is his first series, his first game tomorrow. He's probably going to be DHing. I'm guessing he's definitely not catching. But it's just insane. 20 years old, best prospect in baseball. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. He hit 277 in Binghamton in Double A this year. In Triple A, when he was in Syracuse, a little worse, 234, but his on base percentage was still 382, and his OPS was still 825. So he's got pop. He's going to bring us a great right-handed bat. Obviously, every Mets fan knows that he can hit the home run and the long ball. I think it's just a question to see, if the Braves are going to be prepared. Because if the Braves are unprepared, we've seen it. Top prospects come up and sometimes they just light it up right when they come up because other teams aren't prepared and they don't know how to necessarily game plan for them. So that's why I'm excited to see Alvarez against the Braves because I think it gives the Mets a different element in the lineup.
No, it's I'm trying like I mean the power that he brings is crazy. I just watched a clip of him in spring training and he just like I mean it's the stadium's empty so you can really hear the ball in the bat, but I don't know. I saw him play live in Binghamton when Scherzer did his rehab start, and even in that game, he had a 3-run home run pretty early in the game. I'm looking at my tweets from now. Geez, like this is. I mean, I was expecting this next year. I guess I'm still a little shocked. I mean, yeah, I mean, like Beatty had success. Coming in against Atlanta. He had his first hit, first swing, first home run. Um, I mean, I'm rooting for the kid. I mean, if Epler knows he's good, I mean, you just read all the stats out, and every time you look at any Mets minor league stuff, it's Francisco Alvarez is continuing to rake, even after an injury. It took him about a little bit of time to get back, and he's it's like he never even got hurt in the first place. He did struggle a little bit coming up from Double A to Triple A. I remember his first couple starts in Triple A, and I'm no minor league expert, but he was walking a lot more than he was actually hitting. So he still gets on base. So he might have some potential good plate discipline, a good eye, and whatnot. So he's not a pure slugger, just from my impression of that, which I think is pretty appealing. So he seems like he might be able to align with what the Mets have been doing all season, with just taking quality at bats, being patient, disciplined at the plate. Wow, I mean, just like look at him there, dude. Like that kid's 20 years old.
Can't even drink. If they
Yeah,
clinch the division,
he
they
turns. Yeah, he turns 21 in November. His
so
birthday is November 19th. He will be 21 years old, and he can have his first legal sip of alcohol in the United States.
if they clinch and I see him sip alcohol, I'm snitching.
Yeah, yeah. We're yeah, someone's busting in the lot. Someone on the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Houston Astros or the Atlanta Braves is gonna call in and be like, this like video evidence, underage drinking, and not only is he going to get in trouble, but the New York Mets organization is going to get in trouble. Everyone over the age of 21 there is going to get in trouble for
I wonder how
serving
that works.
a minor.
Because I know like Bryce Harper, he was 19 when the Nationals like won the NL East when he was a rookie. I wonder how that works when you're like that young in the locker room. Everyone's popping champagne,
No
and you're
one's
like just sitting in the corner, like, yeah.
no one's gonna say anything. I mean, he's. I was about to say like he's from Venezuela, and I'm sure their drinking age isn't 21, but he's also. I think he's been in the U.S. since he was 16.
Dude,
Uh,
he's
yeah,
he
by six.
bulked up too. He's been with the Mets since he was 17 years old.
Yeah, he. Alvarez is one of the top amateur prospects in the world, signing the largest bonus the Mets have ever paid to an international teenager. So like this, I mean, when Anthony DeComo says he's a wonder kid, like he is a wonder kid. Like this is like the timing of this is just so bizarre. I mean, I don't know. Is it desperate? I don't know.
I don't think it's desperate necessarily because I'm not. I'm. That's where I'm confused. Like I'm trying to figure out if it is a desperate move because like you said, he did have a little bit of an injury there. It wasn't too big of an injury where it's a setback, but maybe he was gonna get called up earlier. Maybe Epler wanted to call him up a bit earlier. I'm not sure. I'm also not sure because I feel like with the way that Vientos has been swinging the bat, he's been struggling. It's just he hasn't. The minor league play hasn't translated over to the bigs for Vientos. I think it could eventually, but I just don't know if it's going to be down the stretch here. So I think Alvarez kind of gives you that little boost there. Or is he I don't know who he's replacing in the lineup or replacing on the roster. Because now Jacob Resnick, we're not sure if we trust him or not, but he's saying he could be postseason eligible. So I kind of see I find it hard to believe that the Mets would call up Francisco Alvarez not thinking that he has the potential to play on the postseason roster. So that's where I'm confused is like, is it a desperate move or is it more, the Mets just want to replace either Vientos to Ruff or someone else that maybe, I don't know, maybe it's out of the blue moon because I didn't think Alvarez was going to get called up. So I don't know what to expect now.
Yeah, and
But
yeah, Michael Givens is coming back soon from Syracuse. We're gonna need him in the bullpen. I mean, Resnick said he's not automatically eligible, but the Mets have enough injured players to make him a replacement on the roster. Um,
yeah, I think it's there. I think the potential is there. I feel like now it's kind of like a tryout for him. If he does well, you can't not put him on the roster if he's swinging the bat well. He's got that potential, obviously. From I think he has what in the minors with Double A and Triple A. I think he has like 27 home runs total. So I mean, and he just gets on base a lot, like you said. He's not just a slugger. Like he can hit. He's just a really good hitter.
hold on, listen to this. So this is from an article that Tacoma wrote. See what the date is. Oh, 25 minutes ago. I wonder if he was saving this. Very interesting. Baseball's top prospect is 20, powerful and laser focused. I bet Tacomo's had this one written for a while.
Yeah,
He was just waiting to let it rip. But
quick edits,
hold on,
and
let's see. Where was I? Okay, so during his scouting assignment, Perez had stories about how early Alvarez would begin daily work at the practice field. He made his mission to beat the kid there. One morning, Perez arrived at 7 a.m. to find Alvarez soaked in sweat. Suspicious that the early report time was staged, Perez stopped alerting Alvarez's trainer to the days he planned to visit. When Perez dragged himself to the field at 6 a.m. to find Alvarez already working, he gave up trying to beat him. These days, Alvarez still reports to the park as early as possible, his afternoons filled with weightlifting, catching drills, batting practice, and many other unseen tasks. Upon his promotion to Syracuse, Alvarez immediately stepped into a leadership role, running the team's pregame pitcher catching meetings in both English and Spanish. Every teammate in the room was older than him, some by more than a decade. Quote, I've never believed in being afraid, ever, or being nervous. Alvarez said in an explanation, I believe in trying to do things correctly. I mean, those three paragraphs are like that's some Kobe Bryant stuff right there. I mean, eating.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like not only talented, but he seems like he has a good head on his shoulders, a good enough head on his shoulders where he can handle New York at the age of 20 years old.
I hope so, dude. I mean, that's easier said than done, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's because if he does bad, even through 6 games, there's going to be overreactors that are going to be like, oh, he doesn't have what it takes. Like, dude, 6 games.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's just so weird the timing. Like, they could have brought him up like when I guess maybe they didn't think he was ready, or now they're just like we got 6 games left. Like, who cares? Like let's just throw him in. I don't know. I'm really excited to hear like a press conference from Buck or maybe Epler talks to the media or something, and we can hear some kind of explanation because just the timing of it is so strange. I mean,
Yeah. So
this is the team we have right now. The 40 Rock, like that's the team. Like that's I don't
it's
know.
also very late at night too. They had a whole entire day off, and now they make the decision. Like at 11 o'clock, we hear about it.
Yeah, maybe they did that. Maybe they did that just to avoid like all the sports talk
Yeah,
radio and everything. Being about that, maybe too much of a distraction. Now, like
true. I'm very excited though. I'm confused on who he's gonna replace, if he's gonna be on the postseason roster, if it's like a tryout or something like that. I'm amped. Like I thought I couldn't be more excited for this Brave series tomorrow, but
yeah,
ten
like
times more excited. I'm hoping he's gonna be in the lineup as a DH because that'll be awesome.
I couldn't even like he hits a home run. I don't even know what I would do.
That would be huge. He has a chance. Like Pete Alonso says, every day is something special. Alvarez has a chance to already do something special with 6 games left.
I mean, the little. I mean, Billy Epler apparently. This is from Mike Puma, Mets beat writer for the New York Post. Said Billy Epler indicated last week the door was ajar for Alvarez. Now he will get his chance. Um, oh, and then okay, so I'm reading the comments on this Puma tweet. This one guy said he is eligible, correct? And Puma said yes. He was in the organization before September 1st. So I
So
guess playoff eligible.
I think that makes it make more sense. 100%. Because if he wasn't postseason eligible, then I feel like it wouldn't make sense at all.
And
But since,
I trust Puma. He definitely knows what he's talking about.
yeah, I'm very excited. 20 years old. Wow. 20 years old in the middle of a pennant race into the biggest series against the defending World Series champions who are only 1 game behind in their home.
And
And
you're,
that's when he's making his debut.
yeah, this is, I don't know,
Pressure's on.
the pressure's on. This is some like storybook kind of stuff. I mean, I need to read that whole Tacomo piece. I only read you guys a little bit, but I mean, dude, this guy just looks like
Where do you hit him in the lineup now? If he's the DH tomorrow, do you
keep him at the bottom.
keep him at the bottom?
Yeah, I mean, what has he done? What has he proven? You're
I
gonna
feel like
you're gonna have him back cleanup as far as
definitely not cleanup.
yeah, like where are you gonna put
A
him?
couple of years ago in this Mets lineup, maybe. Last year's Mets lineup, he could. But
Yeah, I mean, you put him probably like I don't know in the eighth or seventh spot.
yeah, because like the top six are locked up, I feel like.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, with
they're all veterans. Like no one's. I mean, yeah, maybe he hops Guillorme if Guillorme plays. Maybe.
yeah, I would put him over Guillorme. I feel like it depends. Well, Freed's a lefty, right?
Um, I do not know that off the top of my head.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I think Freed is a lefty. Yeah, Freed's a lefty, so
I mean, he bats right, so we really might see him tomorrow night.
yeah, I think he's gonna be in the lineup tomorrow. It makes sense, and you know what? I'm in for it. I get it. He's being thrown into the fire, but Like you said, dude, Brett Beatty hit a home run in his first at bat. So
First swing, first at bat, first game.
yeah, and Alvarez got that much more pop. He was ranked above him, not only like number one ranked prospect in baseball. That's something. I'm excited.
No, this is for what else, for what is already going to be a crazy wait till 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
Like
we got a while.
when the lineup comes out at 4 o'clock, that's even a bigger wait. That's going to be I'm going to be constantly refreshing my timeline for that. That's going to this is Alvarez is here.
Alvarez is here. I think
He,
that's the best way to put it.
he's on his way.
All right. Ugh.
This is quick little reaction. We've only the only other time we've done one of these is for the trade deadline, but
Yeah. I
wow,
mean, maybe, hopefully, we have. It would be nice if we could do a live reaction on Sunday.
if we clinch
Yeah.
or if we don't too, that would be good.
Yeah. Big win. But,
No, we will, we will.
yeah,
Knock, knock on some wood here.
I'm confident.
All right, but I mean things seem to be going the Mets' way, and they're definitely going Francisco Alvarez's way, and hopefully he can make an impact in the short amount of time he has left in this big of a spot. Um, but yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jared. And this is Jimmy Hot Takes. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go Mets.
Yes, sir. Let's go Alvarez tomorrow. Big game. All right, I'll see you.